Hey there, welcome to a new video. My name is Richard. I coach professionals how to speak English confidently and how to grow their careers to their full professional potential. And today I'm going to be helping you with your grammar, helping you to describe what you mean to say what you want to say when you're talking about the future. And we're going to look at 3 different ways to talk about the future, using future simple, that's the will form, future with going to, and then future progressive. Specifically, why do I use one more than the other in a specific intention or situation? And how do I know which one to use? That's what I want to help you with. So if you follow along, you're going to see I'm using a Google document. Here in this Google document, you will have notes from this video and most other videos like this. So if you would like to access that note, click the link below this video and you can join my newsletter, Big World Legends. Big World Legends is about helping you dominate your work in English every week in 5 minutes or less. I will, in each issue, teach you something new about the English language, coach you on how to use it, and recommend some kind of tool that can help you to practice it or to improve. So to access that and to get these notes for the lesson today, click on the link below to follow along. Okay, let's jump in. Talking about the future. 3 different ways to say what you mean with will, going to, or future progressive. Let's start first with future with will. To make this form, you need will plus the base form of a verb. We will use this form to describe something or someone based on their habits. So if I say, my grandfather will get a black cup of coffee every morning and watch the sunrise on the porch, I'm trying to tell you about who my grandfather is, based on his habits, how his habits characterize him and what he's like. So in this way, I will intentionally choose to say, will get a black cup of coffee every morning and will watch the sunrise on the porch. So you can use it in the first way to describe someone, based on how they live, based on how they behave habitually, how that characterizes them. The second way that you can use future one, will plus the base form of a verb, is a decision or a commitment or a promise in the moment of speaking. So for example, someone comes to the door, you say, I'll get it. I will get the door. If someone is proposing to their partner, they'll say, I'll love you forever. It's a promise, it's a commitment, or a decision that you're making right now in the moment of speaking. So the future simple with will is actually more like something you're doing right now. It's not really about the future. And in the same way, when you're using it to describe someone based on their behavior, like my teacher will send us notes from the class every day to our email, that's just describing the teacher and who they are in general. So the future with will is kind of unique. It's not really talking about the future. If you want to talk about the future and specifically describe plans that you have made already before right now, then you want to use future with going to. Future with going to, like we're going to drive to New York City next weekend for my brother's birthday. Right here, I'm saying I've already booked the hotel. I've already got the car. I've already figured out what we're going to do, maybe, and looked at some restaurants to go out to eat. In other words, I've made these plans already, but they're for next weekend. In this specific way, you should use future with going to. It's the perfect thing to describe some plan that you've already made in the past for something you're going to do in the future. Now, if you want to describe that future plan, but you want to put an emphasis on how that plan will be continuing, especially when something else happens in the future, then you can use the future progressive. To make the future progressive, you're going to have your subject plus a to be form of the verb, like we are, then going to, like the going to future form, but then be and the present participle form with ing. So you need all of this right here to make the future progressive. But why would I use the future progressive and not just say the same thing in the future and going to if we're describing future plans that we've already made? Look at the difference between these 2 sentences. This one is in future with just going to. So this one is we're going to travel to Europe when my brother graduates. All right, now look here at the future progressive. We are going to be traveling to Europe when my brother graduates. If you just listen again, we're going to travel to Europe when my brother graduates. We are going to be traveling to Europe when my brother graduates. You probably feel that there's a difference in meaning. It's because there is. When I hear this, I hear something like, first, my brother graduates. And then second, we go to Europe, like together as a family, as a celebration for graduating. Future progressive, we're going to be traveling to Europe when my brother graduates. This means first, we start traveling. And then, brother graduates. He walks across the stage while we're in the airplane on the way to our vacation destination. So, in a very, very different way, very different meaning, depending on the grammar that you choose, this is going to determine whether or not someone understands exactly what you mean when you're talking about the future, if you're selecting this grammar in the right way when you make your sentence. This, of course, takes some practice. What I recommend is to try to make some sentences. Just write down some sentences or say some sentences aloud, use them in conversation, and then over time, what will happen is you'll have a kind of light bulb moment with grammar where it makes sense. It's clearly different. And then you want to try to make some sentences. Use a tool like ChatGPT to correct your sentences for you and see how close you can get to describing different situations or even the same situation, but look at it in the different grammar forms to see which one feels best for what you want to say. So I hope that this video helped. Again, just in summary, future with will describes someone or something based on their habits. Make a decision, a commitment, or a promise in the moment of speaking. Future with going to describe future plans, but you've already made these plans in the past. And then future progressive, you're describing future plans with an emphasis on the continuous action in the future. So again, I hope this helped you. If so, please like, subscribe, all of that, and that way I'll know what more content to make for you. And otherwise, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.